The Bucks take on the Raptors, 6:30 Eastern tip-off. Toronto's -2, totals 234. We're 4-0 in our last 4 NBA tier package plays on my premium page. Both teams are 1-0 to start the year, both showing an incredible ability to put up some points, at least through one game. Toronto shot 57% from the field in their opener. Milwaukee shot 41% from downtown. Gary Trent Jr. drilled 45% of his long balls, 17 points for him. And Giannis Antetokounmpo snagged 14 rebounds and had 37 points. Of course, for Toronto on the other side, well, they scored 138 points in their opener themselves. RJ Barrett was 9 of 12 from the field, perfect from the foul line. Meanwhile, Grady Dick scored 21 points off the bench and made 50% of his three-pointers. Walter and Boyles are questionable for the Raptors. Porter's out for the Bucks. And no real surprise, both teams saw their opening contest fly over the total. 6 out of their last 10 head-to-head gatherings also got over the line. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. And when it comes to selecting a winner in this game, this contest is being featured as today's board member tier package play on my premium page. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, I like the over 234. Hawks Magic, 7 o'clock East. Orlando's -4.5. Totals 234 and a hook. Orlando's 1-0 on the year. Atlanta's 0-1. The Hawks allowed 138 points to the Raptors. They were inept on the defensive end of the floor. The Hawks let the Magic make 57% of their field goals against them. They did not rebound well. And they're facing an Orlando squad on the other side who scored 125 points in their opener. They shot 40% from three-land. Paolo Banchero, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Franz Wagner and Desmond Bane made 45% of their three-pointers combined. Both teams did see overs in their openers. When it comes to the injury list, Mo Wagner's out for the Magic. Rasacher's questionable for Atlanta. I like the Magic -4.5, over 234 and a hook. Celtics Knicks, 7:30 East. New York's -4, totals 230. The Knicks are 1-0 on the year. Boston's 0-1. The Celtics lost to Philadelphia in the opener, did not shoot well from three-land. Matter of fact, the Celtics were just 25% from beyond the perimeter. They were amongst the best three-point shooting teams in the league last year. And they're facing a Knicks team who played tough defensively in their opener themselves, did a great job rebounding. OG Anunoby with 14 boards and 3 steals. Karl-Anthony Towns had 11 rebounds himself. Now, keep an eye on Towns. He is listed as questionable. I'm pretty optimistic he will suit up. Josh Hart's also day-to-day. Robinson's been scratched. And the good news is Anunoby's been upgraded to probable. Now for Boston on the other side, Luka Garza's out with a concussion. I like the Knicks -4, under 230. Cavaliers Nets, 7:30 East. Cleveland's -13.5, totals 229. Now the Cavs did lose their opener to the Knicks. They did not look great offensively. And this is an awful big number for them to cover here. Of course, when Cleveland missed their shots, they did not get the ball back much. They had a tough time snatching offensive rebounds. Listen, no real in-depth statistical analysis in this one. This is just a pure fade of Cleveland in this spot. It's a real big number for a squad who did not look great in their opener. Of course, injury-wise, Hunter's questionable for Cleveland. Garland's still out. Meanwhile, for the Nets, Powell and Wolf, they're going to be inactive. I like Brooklyn +13.5, under 229. Pistons Rockets, 8 o'clock East. Houston's -6.5, totals 225. Of course, both squads did take the loss in their openers. Definitely had some problems on the defensive end of the floor. The Rockets gave up 125 points in their loss. Pistons on the other side struggled grabbing defensive boards. Now, on the offensive end, there were some bright spots for both teams. Looks like for Detroit, it was Cade Cunningham who led the Pistons in points and assists. Isaiah Stewart was perfect from three-land and the stripe. Meanwhile, for the Rockets on the other side, Alperen Şengün. He went off for 39 points and went 5 for 8 from three-land. Durant and Thompson with 41 points combined. Now, injury-wise, Crawford and Tate are questionable for Houston. Finney-Smith's been scratched. Meanwhile, for the Pistons, Sasser's doubtful, but Karis LeVert has been upgraded to probable. I like the over 225. Heat, Grizzlies, 8 o'clock East. Memphis is -2.5. Totals 233. The Grizzlies put up 128 points against the Pelicans in an opening day win. They shot over 51% from the field in that matchup. John Morant scored 35 points in the win, 65% shooting from the field. And Jalen Wells with 14 points and 50% shooting from outside the perimeter. And they're facing a Miami squad on the other side who allowed 125 points to Orlando in an opening day loss. The Magic shot 40% from three-land against them, so these guys had a tough time guarding the deep ball. Now, total-wise, both teams saw their openers fly over the posted number. When it comes to the injury list, Jack Ashonis is out for the Heat. Terry Rozier is no longer rigging prop bets. Meanwhile, for Memphis on the other side, KCP and Morant are day-to-day. Pretty optimistic that Ja will suit up at least. Williams has been scratched. I do still like the Grizzlies -2.5 over 233. Spurs, Pelicans, 8 o'clock East. San Antonio's -4, totals 231. The Spurs did take care of Dallas in their opener. That was a final of 125-92. It was an absolute blowout winner. San Antonio shot over 57% from the field, 40% from three-land. Victor Wembanyama had 40 points in the win, along with 15 rebounds. Castle and Harper with 37 points between the both of them. They're taking on a Pelicans team on the other side who allowed 128 points to Memphis in an opening day loss. Let the Grizzlies shoot 51% from the field against them. And no real surprise, the Pelicans' opening game against Memphis did fly 14 points over the posted total. Now, injury-wise, Matkovic and Messi are questionable for the Pels. Olynyk, Fox, Waters, and Sohan are inactive for the Spurs. I still like San Antonio -3.5 over 232. Wizards, Mavericks, 8:30 East. Dallas is -11, totals 228.5. The Mavs are 0-1 to start the year. Got destroyed by the Spurs in their opener. Dallas scored only 92 points in that loss, and defensively, they were completely helpless. The Mavs let San Antonio shoot 57% from the field against them. And they're facing a Washington team on the other side who actually made over 40% of their attempts from three-land in their opener. Chris Middleton drilled 60% of his long balls, 23 points for him. Meanwhile, George and Johnson also shot 50% from long range themselves. Total-wise, 8 out of these teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings did get over the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Injury-wise, Bilal Coulibaly still out for Washington. Gafford's day-to-day for Dallas. Exum's been scratched. I like Washington +11 over 228.5. Warriors, Trailblazers, 10 o'clock East. Portland's -2, totals 226.5. The Blazers lost to Minnesota in their opener, gave up 118 points in the loss. And their head coach is also in the middle of a federal gambling scandal as well. Chauncey Billups could face jail time, rigging poker games. He was a shill. And they're facing a 2-0 Golden State squad who just put up 137 points against Denver just last night. These guys have been shooting very well through a couple of games. Steph Curry's drilling 42% of his three balls, still perfect from the foul line. And Jimmy Butler's making 50% of his deep balls himself, 96% from the stripe from Jimmy Buckets. Of course, when it comes to defensive play, the Warriors are limiting opposing shooters to just 25% from outside the arc. Now, injury-wise, Tui and Moody are out for Golden State. Robert Williams scratched for Portland. Chauncey Billups, once again, rigging poker games with the La Cosa Nostra. He'll be away from the league for the time being. Probably never be back unless he's found innocent. I don't know. Maybe he'll go play minor league baseball. I like Golden State +2, under 227. Timberwolves, Lakers, 10 o'clock East. Minnesota's -2, totals 226. Minnesota's 1-0 on the year, beat up on Portland in their opener. Minnesota limited the Blazers to just 40% shooting from the field, 30% from three-land. And they're facing a Lakers squad who was not great offensively in their opener against the Warriors. They ended up losing the game and shot just 25% from long distance. Now, equally as bad, the Lakers shot just 60% from the foul line. When it comes to the injury list, Kleba, Tiero, and LeBron are still inactive. I like the Timberwolves -2, under 226. Jazz Kings, 10 o'clock East. Sacramento's -6, totals 232.5. The Kings are 0-1 on the year. Utah's 1-0. The Jazz took care of the Clippers by the final of 129-108. Shot over 55% from the field in that one. Walker Kessler was a perfect 7 of 7 from the field, 6 of 8 from the foul line. Meanwhile, Sensabaugh and Markkanen with 40 points between the both of them. They're facing a Sacramento squad who allowed 120 points in their opening day loss, rebounded terribly on the defensive end of the floor. Now, 6 out of these teams' last 10 meetings did get over the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. No real surprise here. Both squads with overs in their openers. Collier and Niang still inactive for the Jazz. Domantas Sabonis day-to-day for Sacramento. I like Utah +6, over 232.5. Next and final breakdown for the video. Suns, Clippers, 10:30 East. LA is -10.5. Totals 221. The Clippers lost their opener with some uninspired play. They scored just 108 points against the lowly Jazz. Lost by 21 points in that contest. And on the defensive end, the Clips actually let Utah shoot over 55% from the field against them. And they're facing a Phoenix squad who got the W in their opener themselves. They scored 120 points in that victory over the Kings. They covered the number depending on where you shopped at. Some places had them at -3.5. Devin Booker had 31 points in that opener, 53% from the field. Allen and O'Neal shot 42% from three-land, respectively. Of course, both teams with overs in their openers. 7 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings got over the line as well. And when it comes to the injury list, Jalen Green's out for the Suns. Jordan Miller's scratched for the Clippers. I like Phoenix +11, over 222. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the over 234, Milwaukee, Toronto, Magic -4.5, over 234 and a hook. We're 4-0 in our last 4 NBA tier membership plays on my premium page. Knicks -4, under 230. Nets +13.5, under 229. I like the over 225 in that Pistons-Rockets matchup. Grizzlies -2.5, over 233. Spurs -3.5, over 232. Wizards +11, over 228.5. Warriors +2, under 227. Timberwolves -2, under 226. Jazz +6, over 232.5. Give me the Suns +11, over 222. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And just a friendly reminder, if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. We cashed in on 4 premium selections yesterday on the premium page, 4 selections the day before that. Of course, the only way you could have access to all those winners is to be a Gold Club member. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.